public
conference room.
portion.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, I will hit the button and we'll get started. To go.
How's that? Okay.
Yep.
Good morning. Today is Wednesday, November 1st, 2023. This is the first meeting for the screening committee for the executive director. This is the preliminary meeting. So because we are using remote collaboration technology, I'm going to take a roll call to make sure that the attendees are in fact here and we have a quorum of the 5. This is in no particular order other than how you appear on my screen right now. So first, Dave Muldrew.
Hi, I'm here.
Hi. Heather Hall.
Good morning, I'm here.
Commissioner Maynard.
Good morning, Commissioner O'Brien.
And CFO Lennon.
Good morning, present.
And then I also note that Attorney Mina Macarius from A&K is also present, along with Jacqueline from our office. So the first order of business for this meeting would be to elect a chair officially so that we can move forward with the process. So I would take any motions and seconds for a chair.
Commissioner O'Brien, I would like to be heard. I believe that it makes a lot of sense given Commissioner O'Brien's seniority on the commission, as well as her extensive background in various legal matters throughout the Commonwealth, that she could lead this subcommittee. And so I would make a motion to make Commissioner O'Brien chair of this committee.
Second.
Okay. So we have the motion and the second. So going in the same order, we'll take a vote. Dave Muldrew.
I can, correct, yes.
Is that aye? Yes. Okay.
Aye, yes, aye.
Yep. Heather Hall.
Aye.
And Commissioner Maynard.
Aye.
And CFO Lennon.
Aye.
I'm told I can vote aye for myself, so I will do that. It will be 5-0 on that matter. The next item on the agenda is to have a preliminary discussion about the determination for the process of reviewing the candidates and selection of potential finalists for the position of executive director. And I believe Dave Muldrew is going to give us a very broad overview, unless Mina, you wanted to say anything before he starts.
No, I'll just make one comment that, and then Dave can get into this. What you decide today for process, I think is obviously important to get you started. But one thing to keep in mind for this process is it is iterative, and if you, after starting to see some applications and starting in the process, you need to change course. What I would say for the purpose of this public session is you would come back to a public session at another date and talk about that. So this is, sort of set in stone for now once you start, but it is not you should not feel like you will never be able to change it.
Okay. Chair O'Brien and commissioners and members, as the process goes, we have the position has been posted both internally and external. We have also chosen as executive search, 3 executive search firms. As resumes come in, they will be received in my department and forwarded to my attention every Monday. I, in turn, will forward those resumes to the search committee for review, upon which time we'll then determine what the next steps will be.
So I can imagine that the postings are still up, and I can imagine that in addition to the resumes that we have in front of us today to go into executive session potentially and consider, that we will come back in short order after this meeting as well to continue this process consistent with what Attorney Macarius just said. This is sort of the first review that we're doing of the resumes we has as of, I think, yesterday.
That is correct.
So we do have on the agenda to go into executive session to consider the resumes that have been submitted thus far. But before we move on to that, I just wanted to see if anyone wanted to ask anything or say anything before we consider moving into executive session. No?
I think that I'm good.
Okay. So seeing no one's hands go up, The next item, which was potentially on for a vote, would be to move into executive session. We would need to move, again, have a motion and a second and a vote. Attorney McCarris, let me know if there's any language that's deficient but I'm going to move at this point and suggest that we do that. On the agenda, we did note that this subcommittee anticipates that it may meet in executive session in conjunction with the initial screening process to consider specific applicants for executive director in accordance with Mass General Laws, Chapter 30A, subsections 21A8. If the chair declares that an open meeting will have a detrimental effect on obtaining qualified applicants for the position, at this time, the committee does not anticipate reconvening in open session at the conclusion of the executive session. And I would submit for consideration that if we don't go into executive session, it will have a detrimental effect on the process.
Madam Chair, I move that we move into executive session for the reasons outlined by you and explained by the chair.
Okay. And then I'll do a roll call. Dave Muldrew.
Yes, aye.
Okay. Heather Hall.
Aye.
Commissioner Maynard
Aye.
and CFO Lennon.
Aye.
And I also vote aye. So that's 5-0 to go into executive session. And again, we are not going to be reconvening the public portion today, although we will be having further public meetings and probably executive sessions on the matter. So thank you for everyone who attended.
Thank you.